Tamara Green here for A Course in Miracles, lesson number 17. Okay, let's open up the neck. So lower your shoulders, breathe in, lower your chin to your chest. Take the curve out of the back of your neck. Again, please don't do this if you're uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. And then slowly move to face the ceiling and open up the front part of your neck. And very slowly, once again, chin to chest. Now from here, we're going to rotate 3 times in each direction, nice and slow, all the way around from left to right. You're moving nice and slow. You're not holding your breath, and you're trying to keep your shoulders down. And you will notice some spots that are a little bit more tender or uncomfortable than others. That means there's stuck energy there, and this is good. Okay, as we come around this time, we're going to reverse. That was 1. That's 2. And that was 3. Okay, good. So now you released, it came to the surface, you released some energy. So now you're just kind of taking your hands and throwing them down to help the rest of that just release. All the energy that came to the surface. Good. I like that. Okay, good. All right, A Course in Miracles, lesson number 17. I see no neutral things. This idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates in the world. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that it's the other way around. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way you think. If it were not so, perception would have no cause, and it would itself be the cause of reality. In view of its highly variable nature, this is hardly likely. In applying today's idea, say to yourself with eyes open, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. Then look about you, resting your glance on each thing you note long enough to say, I do not see a neutral blank because my thoughts about blank are not neutral. For example, you might say, I do not see a neutral wall because my thoughts about walls are not neutral. I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral. As usual, it is essential to make no distinctions between what you believe to be animate or inanimate, pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything that is really alive or really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thought that is really true and therefore really happy. 3 or 4 specific practice periods are recommended, and no less than 3 are required for maximum benefit, even if you experience resistance. However, if you do, the length of the practice period may be reduced to less than a minute or so. That is otherwise recommended. So we are taught to believe, indoctrinated to believe, that whatever's happening in the world has nothing to do with us. But how we see the world starts with how we see it, how we perceive it, our perception. So thought precedes, perception precedes the experience that you're having. Now, here's an interesting thing. I've been meditating now for decades. And the fascinating thing is before the meditation, you know, I'll be in the room that I'm in, let's say, or maybe I'm even outdoors and I'm just experiencing the outdoors. And then I go into meditation and I go into a deep state. And then when I come out of the meditation, it's almost as if I no longer have a dark pair of sunglasses on anymore. I now have a rosy pair of glasses on, and everything I see is so much rosier, so much brighter, so much more colorful. The sounds are even more alive. Everything is more alive. Sometimes even focusing on a particular thing like a tree in the distance or up close a leaf or a flower, it almost is like I can see the molecules dancing. It shifts my perception. That calming and going within begins to, I'm not focusing on my thoughts and judgment of everything or how I'm used to seeing things. I'm now open to a whole new realm. And everything is so much more brilliant and bright and possible and loving. Okay, with that thought, I'll say goodbye for now and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.